I listened to a podcast by Code Switch called The Guide to Handling Casual Racism. I thought this podcast was really cool because each of the hosts explained different experiences they've had with racism in the past, and they also had a special guest who had a story as well. So I wanted to share some of the stories that stuck out to me. One of them was one of the podcasters was talking about when he got into an Uber one time and unprovoked, the Uber driver started talking about like police shootings and like pro-police rights, and the podcaster was black, and it was obviously a microaggression towards him. So I thought that was like a very unique, interesting story, perspective. There was another one where this girl, one of the girls on the podcast, lives in LA, and her neighborhood is being very gentrified, so she got into like an online altercation where this one lady was saying that gentrification was good and it was making her neighborhood better, and she was explaining that gentrification pushes people out and it's a bad thing. And it was just a very interesting conversation and perspective on that issue. What was really interesting about this podcast is they explain many different kinds of racism, and it's not just always intentionally like overt racism. Sometimes it's like through coded language or like microaggressions, or sometimes people just are oblivious to the fact that they're being racist, but they're saying things that are offensive. In AmeriCorps, I've seen people, like teammates and sponsors, sometimes unintentionally do things that are offensive. But I think it's just a learning and growing experience in general, being in AmeriCorps.